truckers, you are now watching the Asian Mai Show live.
Hey, what's going on, mother truckers? How you guys doing today? Thank you so much for joining today's show. Today, I put together a presentation for you guys so that you guys get a little bit more education on how to succeed in life, in trucking in general. Because on the Asian Mai Show, that's what we do. Right now, it looks like I'm in the shower at the TA or at the Loves, but you know, I'm using my green screen. Vote on the bottom, comment down below, where should I be on the next live? You know, should I be in the middle of the freeway? Should I be at a truck stop? Should I be at I don't know, the inside of the TA getting myself a turkey leg? You know, you guys tell me, right? And so I just want to welcome you guys to the show, and definitely if you get an opportunity to watch this on the replay, then watch this on the replay. Today's video is sponsored by the Funding Booth and brought to you by truckmiser.com.
For the best prices on trucks and trailers, go to truckmiser.com.
So, you know, any resources that you guys need help with in trucking, I'm here for you guys, and I want you guys to succeed in life. Okay. And so for anyone that's watching this, that's new to the show, my name's Alex. I am a truck driver. I know it seems like I'm always in the bathroom at the TA or Loves, but I am not. My season is 6 months on, 6 months off. So right now with the time off, I'm working on health and fitness and trying to give you guys as much value as you can from these videos. And that's why we're doing these live shows. And I do my best to get interviews with guest appearances, get big wigs on the show, get truck drivers, get pay stubs, show you guys the money so that we could get what we need from this. So I'm just going to get into this presentation so that people can watch this on the replay and this not take up too much of your time, because I want you to get as much value as possible. So for the people that are in now, thank you for being here. And if you miss any of this, I will have timestamps on the description and timestamps on the comment that will be pinned of what I'm talking about here. So let's get into this, and we will get into a Q&A. And thank everyone for jumping on in just a second. So please bear with me while we get into this, okay? Now, I hope you guys are doing great today. I hope trucking's been great to you. And if trucking's not, then I think that some of these strategies might help you. So when it comes down to it, a lot of people want to be owner operators. Okay, that is the main goal of, I think, every truck driver. We want to own our own business. We want to make money. We want to be able to provide for our family. This is basically the highest of the totem pole of what we want. Okay, and so from this, I put together a presentation, and we're calling it the 4 reasons why owner operators fail in trucking. And we're going to be highlighting some of the things. And these aren't all the reasons. These are just some reasons why owner-operators are failing their first year. And it's a lot of them. Okay, so let's jump into this. The first thing I really wanted to talk about is time in business. All right, and what I mean by that is the learning curve in trucking is extremely steep. It takes a while to learn the applications. It takes a while to learn how to drive the truck. It takes a while to learn how to talk to shippers, to customers, to brokers, to negotiate. All these things take time. So there is a big learning curve. Okay, so it does take time to learn any business, and people tend to try something once or twice, then give up. And I've seen this happen to a lot of truck drivers where they find themselves excited about a new business venture. They're excited about leasing onto a company. They're excited about buying this truck, and they're excited about getting to the next step. But they try it. They work the plan, right? You have to have a plan, but they try to work their plan one time, maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times, and they find themselves not making money and they quit. And I'm here to tell you that, like any business, 5 years, okay? Most businesses, 5 years it takes of them throwing money into the business, and it still might fail. Okay, so if you're lucky enough to get into trucking, have resources, and start making money on the get go, then you're winning. All right, become a master in your lane, build direct customers, learn load boards. You have to fail to win. All right, and these are just bullet points of key points that I think are important for you to be successful as an owner operator. You see my man Bruce Lee here. He's a master at what he does. Okay. And if you didn't know the Bruce Lee story, he actually fought opponents so that he could learn. All right. And at times he failed, and he learned from that failure. And so you have to fail to win. You have to take enough L's and experience what's going on in trucking to know what is good and what is bad. You can watch these YouTube videos all day, but you're not going to really learn that lesson sometimes until you learn it the hard way. And I don't know why that is, but that's just human behavior of us. And so with that learning curve, I do have some tips. And there are so many load boards out there that have free trials, okay? And I'm not sponsored by any of these load boards. You could jump out to JB Hunt. You could jump out to Swift. Every mega carrier, every company that's big pretty much has their own load board. Landstar has a load board, okay? Everybody has a load board. But if you're looking at these applications, you could jump on applications like DAT. I'm not sponsored by them, but I know a lot of people look into this application. I want you to familiarize yourself with these applications. We'll use DAT for example. Just say you jump on and you pay, or you get the free trial. I don't pay for it, so let's just say it's $50, okay? Whatever it is. Even if you pay for it for the next 6 months, it's not costing you that much money. The last thing I need you to do is buy a truck and then get your MC number, get your DOT number, get your insurance, get all these things, and then open up the application for the first time. You will fail. And me being a part of Truck Miser, we sell a lot of equipment, and I get it all the time. I get truck drivers come in that buy trucking equipment, and I ask them, oh, what lanes are you running? Where are you running? What are you doing? And they're like, I'm brand new, and I'm going to learn this as I go. And I go, wait a minute. So you know nothing about any load boards? You know nothing about lanes? You know nothing about nothing? And they're like, no, but I'm going to learn. At that point, it's too late. And if you're in this position now and you have bought a truck, that at this time, you got to just learn what you got to learn. And hopefully you have a mentor to get you where you need to go. But for most people, they're going to fail because they're not going to understand how to run these loads. Now, from that, we did an interview with Cash is King, and he brought up something great, and I wanted to put this and highlight this as well. So shout out to you, Cash is King. Start with running 1 or 2 lanes. Understand how rates and seasons fluctuate on those lanes. Okay, so I recommend for you, for myself, if I live in Florida and just say I'm doing drive-in, or if I'm doing reefer and I like going to California and I want to be that guy that goes from South Florida to West Coast, right? And just back and forth. Well, run those lanes, work them for a while, understand the different seasons, understand the fluctuation rates, understand that when you go into Florida, you're going to get good money, but when you go out, you're going to have to deadhead. You need to understand these things. And sometimes it comes with failure. It comes with you taking a load that you think you're going to win on and find yourself paying the broker to basically ship it for free. And from that, you're going to learn what you need to know so that you can succeed. So wrapping this around, definitely educate yourself and learn as much as you can before you take the route as an owner operator. Okay. Now, if you're finding any value from this video at all, I appreciate you if you subscribe to the show, hit the like button, hit the notifications. And the reason I say this is because I spend hours and hours and hours to put this presentation together for you guys for free. Okay. I'm off right now. I'm off for about 5 months. Again, if you guys are just jumping onto the show, I'm a mover. I work 6 months. I take 6 months off. It's a seasonal thing. It's not because I'm balling. It's not because I'm rich, But instead of hanging out with my family and going on vacations, I know it's COVID right now, but I'm taking this time to make presentations and try my best to research, interview people. And if you find any value from this, hit the like button and subscribe to the show. I really appreciate you for that. Now, a big part, I think this is the second biggest part to why owner-operators fail in trucking. It's money management. I can't say that enough. Okay, with money management comes taxes. All right, as an owner-operator, you have to pay much more taxes than a company driver. All right, discipline. This will probably be the most money you've ever made in your life. And I know this because when I became an owner-operator as a mover, this was the most money I've ever made in my life. But just know this money that I made was gross. Okay, it's not net. It's fake. It's not real money. Get that out of your freaking head. It's freaking gross. All right. And you need to have discipline. The last part of this is the maintenance fund account. Some of you might ask me, what is that? All right. And the reason is people that go in their first year as an owner operator are very optimistic. I don't know what it is, but they are very, very optimistic. They spend their last penny to buy the truck, to get the insurance, maybe to even get the trailer. After that, they have $300 to their name. If anything goes wrong, you go broke. And I'm telling you, you will go broke because these are moving parts. All right, we're driving across the nation. It will break. It's not when it will break. It will break down. I need you to get this out of your head that you're just going to be running and running and running. You're going to buy a cheap truck for $20,000, $10,000, $5,000. It doesn't matter the X amount of dollars. And that this truck is going to run forever. It is not going to run forever. All right. It is going to break down. A person told me once that you have to feed the thing that feeds you. This is very important. All right. If you want to get very far in trucking, you have to feed the thing that feeds you. And that's the truck. All right. And from this, I do want to give you some money management tips. I went to college. I took accounting, but I am not a CPA. So one thing's first. Okay. Save money aside for paying taxes. That's very important if you want to succeed as an owner operator. Now, here's the thing. I myself personally save 20 to 25% per check. I pay my quarterly taxes. I'm not telling you to do that, right? But consult with the CPA just to make sure. I have to put it out there because, you know, I'm doing this and it's worked for me. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you, okay? Have a conversation with your significant other about saving. And this is a big one because I was a fool. When I was coming home, I was showing Jenna the 10, the 20, the $30,000 checks I was getting. I was balling out of control, right? Wrong. I was not making that type of money. Actually, if I look back and I calculate the money that I was really making, sometimes I was moving that furniture for free. But because I put that into my partner's head, guess what's happening? While I'm working, I'm busting my butt. I'm sacrificing my time from home. Guess what's happening? She's spending money, okay? And it doesn't matter. If you're on the road and your husband's at home and you're saying you're balling out of control, guess what's going to happen? He's going to be spending the money. So have a conversation with your significant other about saving and live within your means. I cannot say this enough, okay? There are so many people out there, and I don't know what it is, but they want the big house. They want the nice car. They want the vacations. They want everything. They want it all for show. Live within your means. Know that in the owner-operator game, in a trucking business game, you will fail, okay? The engine will fail. The equipment will fail. You have to know that it's going to rain and pour and water slide down the hill. And that's just being serious. So from that, I need you to know that you need to live within your means, knowing that some of this check is going to go to taxes. Some of this check is going to go to breakdowns. Okay. And once you do that, you'll find yourself more humble, but succeeding. All right. Now, at the end of the day, consult with a CPA that's familiar with trucking laws. Now, this is important because a lot of people in the trucking game will tell you to get a money man, to get a CPA, to get someone to do your accounting. But you need to make sure that that person is niche focused in trucking, because the laws change all the time. There's things that company drivers can write off. There's things that owner operators can write off, and things change every year. Okay. The per diem changes. All these things change. So when you find a CPA, find someone that understands write-offs and the way taxes are for the trucking industry. That is very important. Okay. Insurance, it is, I will say this. Any big company that you could think of has gone out of business because of insurance. Insurance is like the top. And that's why every company talks about safety. They talk about training, because it comes down to insurance. You might not know this, but trucking is the top 10 most dangerous jobs. So the chance of getting in accidents can be very common, regardless if it's your fault or not. All right. And here's the big part about it. I'm sorry to say, but lawyers love truck accidents, because 99.9% of the time it's going to be your fault and it's going to be my fault. And the reason why it's going to be our fault is because we are the professional driver. We're the one that's supposed to know more than this four-wheeler, than this guy in this motorcycle, right? This guy in this small Mini Cooper. And so when they're on their phone, when they're cutting us off, and when they're brake checking us and we hit them, there's still a chance that something weird could happen. We could pop a tire, we could crash, we could kill somebody. And from that, it still could be our fault regardless. So it's very, very dangerous, right? And that's why trucking insurance is more expensive than ever. And like I brought up, any insurance claims can kill your trucking business. All right. I have friends that are car haulers that haul Lamborghinis, that haul Ferraris. You know what happens when they scratch a Ferrari or a Lamborghini? I'll tell you what happens. The insurance has to freaking take that claim, and then they're going to take it to a shop and they're going to have to paint that whole Lamborghini. Why? Because that's the way Lamborghini works. When you mess up a supercar, even by a little bit, they repaint the whole car. You think your insurance is going to cover that again? You'll be lucky if they cover it once. And that's the same in the moving game. In the moving game, if I'm breaking and creating claims and breaking furniture all over the place, you think they're still going to cover me? And if I don't have insurance, I can't work. So that goes the same for you guys. So just know this. All right. Now, here's the big part about insurance, because I've reached out and I've done a lot of analysts. I talked to a lot of insurance people. I strategize. I've done all these things, and I've come up with a couple insurance power tips. And I think these things can be very helpful to you. All right. As you can see from this picture right here, you know, you see Allstate, right? You see Farmers, you see Geico. I don't know, right there on the right-hand corner, you see Progressive. I'm not sponsored by any of these insurance companies. But when you see these insurance companies, you're thinking to yourself, this is a great insurance for me to get for my trucking business. And it's far from that. You might not know this, but there's actually only a few companies that will back the insurance of commercial vehicles. All right. So I can't tell you which ones exactly, but for example, you know, farmers, they might have a website on there saying that they do commercial insurance. When you call them, all they're going to do is pass it to another broker that works with them, a partner with them. And then they're going to send you that way. And you're going to think that you're getting insurance from Farmers. And then you're going to look at your insurance policy and find out that is some Joe Schmo insurance policy. And so you got to know that a lot of these insurance companies are third-party insurance. And so one thing to know is, if you can, find a local insurance broker that works with all these companies to find the best rate. Now, here's one thing that I found out that was happening to a lot of truck drivers, and it's super scammy. Basically, people will see that they're paying $20,000 to $30,000 to $40,000 a year for insurance, and then they look back and go, wait a minute, I'm paying for extra hazardous insurance, and I don't even do hazard. I'm paying for, overweight, and I'm paying for furniture. I'm paying for all these things. Check your insurance policy. Remember, these people are trying to make money. These are salespeople. They want to get as many things under your policy as possible. It's great that you have full insurance on all these things, but why would you need hazmat insurance if you're never doing hazmat? That's just extra money thrown out of your pocket. So check your insurance plan to double check that. Okay, so it sucks how the game works because there's not enough education on this, and I want to do more videos about insurance because the rates are crazy and it could definitely put you out of business. So that's just some tips there. Now, bad equipment will definitely kill you. As a truck driver, your equipment is everything. That's all you really have as a small owner, mom and pop business starting is your truck and possibly your trailer. Okay. And with bad equipment, you could be put out of service. All right. Your truck can keep breaking down. And here's the truth. Most of the time when you break down, you will break down in the middle of nowhere. I'm talking about nowhere, okay? And when you break down in the middle of nowhere, let me give you a quick example. In my own life, every time I break down, it's always on the side of the road. I got to pay the tow truck guy heck of money. He's going to tow me to like a TA or a mom and pop truck stop, and they're not even going to have a mechanic shop there, or they can't even service what I need. So then I get towed again. So I pay a second time for a tow to a dealership. And I take my international to this dealership. And then I find myself taking a hotel, eating out, doing all these things for a week. And then I call back and they haven't even worked on my truck yet. All right. Dealerships are extremely busy. Don't think that you're going to get in and get out right away. That's definitely not going to happen. So buying bad equipment is very dangerous. And back in. I apologize. I apologize. Of course, with these streams, something is always going wrong, right? And so, tell me real quick in the comments, where do we end off of? Because I want to keep the presentation going so that people can watch this and get it on the replay as well. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Bad equipment is where I ended off. Okay, great, great. No, thank you. And so let me jump into this. Give me 1 second, y'all. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of this. And not a problem, guys. Not a problem. Let me jump back into this so that we could get into it again. Of course, in a live show, I always have to have technical difficulties, right? You know what it is? It's always raining out here. So when it's raining out here, we get bad signal. I got hurricanes going on. I got all sorts of stuff going on. But just give me 1 second and I'll jump back in and we will get back into this. Okay, great, great, great. I think we're back in and we're good. So give me 1 second. Knock at the door. All right, y'all. So we are back. We are back. We are back. Okay, so when it really comes down to it, it's buying the truck that you need and not the one that you want, right? At the end of the day, it's the contracts that you make and what you haul that determines your success. And so I'm telling you guys, when it comes down to this, make sure you buy the right truck for your business. And that's very, very important. Okay. Now, how to buy good equipment. So when it comes down to it, try your best to get the equipment history. All right. That's super, super important. Let me check on the show real quick if am I lagging? Let me jump back on. Let me see what's going on with my thing real quick. Am I back? Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Sorry for the technical difficulty, guys, at the very end. Okay, great. And so, when looking at this equipment, what I want you guys to be able to do is I want you guys to know that you guys could actually check for the equipment history, and you can ask the seller for history paperwork on the equipment you are purchasing. All right. Now, another thing that you can do as well is the oil sample. You could buy a kit and you can have the oil tested to see if there's any metal inside of the truck that you're buying. And if there isn't, then that will be a good sign. All right. The one bad thing about that with the oil sample is people will actually do oil changes before they sell the truck. Just like most people, they will try their best to clean the truck out and do all these things, but you will be able to see through that. Because if the oil is so super clean and it's an old truck, then they definitely changed the oil. But at that point, you could do your due diligence and maybe check out the history on the truck. Okay. And so, I made this extra part right here for y'all is because there are a lot of you that are going to be owner operators doing power only, and you're going to lease onto a carrier. And sometimes this can be a failure. And the reason why I want to put that out there is because there's a lot of people that go this route instead of doing the spot market. And so, carriers lie and take advantage. It's the damn truth. Okay. Driving under a carrier that doesn't have enough loads. Carriers will tell you all the time, companies will tell you all the time, they have dedicated runs, they have all these things, and it's not true at times. Did I lose you guys? Let me jump back in. Let me see real quick. I apologize, people. Yeah, it's going in and out. Can you hear me now? So I wonder why it's bugging and doing that, but I will do my best to hopefully finish this up for you guys. So let's jump into this part right here. So this is for the owner operators that are doing power only and they're going to lease. They're buying their truck, but they don't have their MC numbers, or they want to run under someone else. And from that, just know that carriers lie and take advantage, right? Driving under a carrier that doesn't have enough loads, that does happen at time. Okay. I see that happen a lot. They will tell you they have dedicated routes, they have all these things, but then when you start doing it, you find yourself only getting 2,000 miles a week and you're not making money. Right now, the company you're leasing under doesn't have the power to pay you on time. And I'm sorry to say, but even if the company has to use factoring or what they have to do to pay you on time, it is very important that they pay you on time. Sometimes when you buy your truck and you're jumping on with a carrier that's too small, what they have to do is after you complete the work, you give them your bill of lading and they send it to the broker, the shipper, or whatnot. They pay the owner of the company, and then the owner company pays you. That is not a healthy setup. What you really want out of that is you want to make sure that you are getting paid when you're done with your job. As a mover, I got to pay thousands of dollars for boxes, for labor, for fuel, for all these things. And at the end of the day, if we're paying all this money out, when we're done with the job, we expect to get paid. So that's most of the problem when it comes with these carriers that you're leasing your truck to. Okay. Now, here's a big one that some people know if they're in the game, but if you're not in the game, you might not know this, is that dispatchers lie and don't pay the actual percentage you were promised. And let me give you an example. Just say you're owner operator, you get 80%, they get 20%. Okay, so we'll do easy numbers. You do a load, that's $1,000. All right, so that means if you get 80%, you get $800. If they do 20%, they get $200. But what will end up happening sometimes is their dispatcher will fight for more money. They might get 1,500, they might get 1,800, but they'll still send you a paperwork saying that the total that they're getting is $1,000. So they're taking cream off the top. A lot of the dispatchers lie, and because of that, I do promote you to be your own boss. And when you are, you can control these things from happening, because greed definitely does happen. And when that does happen, that leads to them breaking promises, which causes you to feel emotionally depressed. And I'm telling you, I don't care. It's not always the money. Okay. It is definitely not always the money. When it comes down to it, it is the respect and is the communication more than is the money. And so I just wanted to put that in there for people to know that carriers do lie and they do take advantage. So you have to know that. So success as an owner operator takes time. Okay. So building good work ethic doesn't happen overnight. Don't rush the process. If you need more time behind the wheel, take it, right? People are always in a rush to have a title for themselves. So people want the name owner, operator, owner. They want their name on the side of their driver truck, but that doesn't mean anything if you're not making money. Okay. Stop pretending and start doing. And so when people say, I'll run harder when I become an owner operator, I'll be on time to the shipper when I become an owner operator. No, you will not. You need to start with the foundation now. If you're a company driver, you need to start being on time now. If you're a company driver, you need to start putting in those long hours now so that you're ready and learn and get the applications, get the DAT load boards, get whatever load board apps you want, and then learn it now as a company driver, right? If you need more time behind the wheel, I sorry to say it, but mess up their equipment. Don't mess up your MC number, right? So at the end of the day, I'd rather be a highly paid company driver than an unorganized, broke owner operator any day, right? And so looking at that, I just want you guys to know that you guys can have success, but when it comes down to it, you guys need to live within your means and you got to know what you're getting into. Okay. And I think that's the big picture of why a lot owner operators are failing their first year. They're not understanding any of this, so, and let me see. Let's get some Q&A. So Lisa says, whoa, wait a minute. I'm a dispatcher. Do you mean the brokers lie? I'm talking about everybody lies when you're not the one that actually doing the paperwork. If you're the owner operator and whatever they're saying that they're going to pay you, that's what it is. I'm not saying you yourself lie. There's a lot of good people in every industry, but for every good, there are bad people in it too that give a bad name. And because of that, we have a bad taste in our mouth. Right. And I'm sure, if you're on here, you're educating yourself, you're jumping on YouTube videos to see how truck drivers are feeling and what they are wanting, then you're probably doing all the right things, Lisa. So definitely don't take offense to it unless it is you. Right. you know, but at the end of the day, if you guys have any questions at all, please let me know because I'm here for you guys. You know what I mean? I want you guys to succeed, and I want you guys to win in trucking. I'm sorry that the presentation got lagged up a little bit. It is kind of hurricaney out here right now. I'm looking out my window, and maybe that has something to do with my Wi-Fi. So I do apologize about that. But at the end of the day, let me know if you guys have any questions about anything, because I want people to succeed in trucking, and I want you guys to win in life. That is what it is. DIY has a very cool YouTube channel, man. I rock with you. If you guys get an opportunity, check out DIY Semi. There's a lot of people out here giving information. I believe he does reefer. What's good? What's good? What's going on, Kevin? How are you doing? Chris, WTF nice. Yeah, I'm spending a lot of time. I'm trying my best to get you guys all of what you need so that you can succeed in trucking. And I know that the information's not out there sometimes, and you might have to hear from truck drivers yourself. I agree with this. Maintenance budget is key. I mean, your truck is everything to you. You really need to know, if you want to make it in trucking, then you need to feed the beast that feeds you, right? And so that's what that comes out to. What is the company that you promote for buying trucks? That company is Truck Miser. Now, yo. So yeah, my computer died. But when it comes down to this, it's one of those things, people. All right. At the end of the day, I want you guys to succeed in life, and I want you guys to win. When it comes out to it, it's just like that said. People need to be proactive. All right. Um, right there, California won't allow 2010 trucks. So that's important to know, that if you're getting into the business, know at the end of the day that if you are buying a truck and you're thinking you're getting a good deal, but you're doing runs in Cali, or you're from Cali and the truck's a 2008 or 2009, well, you're not going to do well. So you have to do your research, right? And your due diligence on that. Um, that's great. Oil sample kit is free. I love that. I did not know that. Thank you for that. Exactly. Lease deals are super sketchy, people. I mean, when it comes down to it, they are super sketchy. They are made so that the company is winning. You know, um, anyone looking for a dispatch service? It looks like my guy is doing dispatch. That's what's up. Owner operator here at Mercer. If you're owner operator at Mercer, reach out to me at the AsianMaiShow.com. Would love you on the show. Don't know if you are willing to show pay stubs or not, but that'd be legit. But overall, people, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time, especially because I'm having all these problems today, technical difficulties. The team at the Asian Mai Show suck. I'm gonna show you the team real quick. This is the team right here. How do I turn this camera around? Um, that's the team right there. That dog right there. That guy right there, Buppy. Huh, Buppy? What? You're messing up, man. You're supposed to be the camera guy. You're supposed to be the guy doing all the switcheroo, the green screen editor, the manager, and you were sleeping on me. That's what was happening. It's your fault, man. It's messing up. You gotta be better, bro. All right. Yeah, I don't think he cares. uh, you know, but overall, if you guys need any help, subscribe to the show, and I appreciate you guys so much for jumping on. If you're new to the business and you're a company driver, you're thinking about going to owner operator, hopefully you did on the show. Definitely would be great. So I'll see you guys on the next one, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Peace out, yo. Peace out.
What's up, mother truckers? You are now watching the Asian Mai Show